Live from the Cactus Creek at Ibri, he is the king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
The KSM Show.
Thank you so much. As you can tell, we are back at the Cactus Creek, and boy, do we have a show for you. But before we begin today's show, let me say this one more time, that now Vanguard Assurance is proudly associated with the KSM Show. Just hold up for Vanguard Assurance. Not only that, Cactus Creek is also associated with the show. Now, we have a special announcement from Vanguard Insurance, which we're going to be telling you very, very soon. So sit around, make sure you don't miss this big announcement coming from Vanguard Insurance, man. One more time, man. After saying that, two things are happening in Ghana that need comments, you know. The first one, pretty serious, you know, when unfortunately we lost the life of Kaka. You know, he was in the spirit of fix the country, and unfortunately, we lost Kaka. So we are all very, very sorry at this point, and we sympathize with the family. And we hope that whatever investigations are going on will go on, and whoever is the culprit that killed not only Kaka, but all those that were shot, we hope that the culprits will be brought to book. We actually do hope, and it will happen. Just so love for that, man. Yeah. The second thing that's happening is this. It's not as serious, but it's quite interesting, you know. I mean, Ghana, for only Ghana, we have done something, and even God is giving us a standing ovation, man. A standing ovation. Do you know what happened? It's only in Ghana where the Minister of Fisheries can go to the seashore and with an imaginary key lock the sea. Only in Ghana, you're going to love Ghana, man. So that's the second thing, man. Ghana, we have finally and officially locked the sea in Ghana. Show some love, man. So that's all the way back. We have a great show for you today, man. Great show for you. And it's deep. I don't know whether you've heard of Reverend Baffour Jan, Dr. Baffour Jan, I'm sorry. Dr. Baffour Jan is here with me today. So now it is now my pleasing pleasure and honor to introduce my guest today. Show some love for the man, Dr. Baffour Jan. Hey. No, go and come to the show, please. And then how about the time? You jump. So it's in the house. We're going to pause a commercial break. When we come back, Dr. Baffour Jan in the house. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
And don't forget, Pulse is running a summer slash promo. All the prices have been reduced for the whole summer from the 1st to the 31st of July. So call them and stay fit with Pulse Fitness. Okay, folks, look, I'm very excited to say that Vanguard Assurance is associated with the KSM Show. Two reasons. Reason number one is a world-class insurance company, and they give world-class service. That's the first reason. The second reason is their ability to customize. No matter your needs, big or small, you could be an individual, you could be a church, you could be an institution, you could be a company, anything, no matter the size. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine who came from the US, and as his retirement gift, his company gave him a gold Rolex watch. And then I think his kids or some people gave him a very high-end digital camera. And I was so surprised when he told me that he had insured them. See, that's the thing, folks. Everything of value, look for insurance. And when you're looking for insurance, the name is Vanguard. The point is they will tailor something for you specifically to meet your needs. School, churches, institutions, banks, anything. Trust me, go to Vanguard and you get the best expertise to tailor a package for you. Let me give you a number to call. And wherever you are right now, the hotline is open. Anything you need to insure, from your house to anything valuable. The hotline numbers to call are 055-662-0111 and 024 433 4407. Call these numbers and trust me, you'll understand when they say we always stand by you. The special Benetton giveaways continue. Oh man, Benetton is doing great. They're giving us gifts to give it to you free. So last week we were complaining, they said my question was too easy. So this week it's going to be a little more difficult. And the question is, we all know Kwame Nkrumah. That's the name we know. He had another name. His real name, before he became Kwame Nkrumah, real name is there. What was Nkrumah's real name? Answer that question and send it to this number, 024 766 1983. WhatsApp only, no calls accepted. Send your answers there, and the winners will be responded to in the same way. And don't forget, it's Benetton, simply better. Thank you. Look, welcome to the house, man.
Thank you.
Good to have you here.
Great.
Before I start everything, folks, this is what I brought here, or the ever go deep. Whether religion or spirituality, it's going to go deep. But let me ask an off-the-cuff question before I even start. Doc, I hear you have trained yourself so spiritually you don't even get angry. Is it true? And I won't
Yeah, that's true.
You don't get angry?
No.
Wow. So hopefully before we finish with you, you teach us some of the techniques, how you can keep calm.
Okay.
Charlie, have you heard, those of you who are moving by heart, today we're going to be doing anger management as part of the, But he's here because this man is deep, he's a spiritualist and he's a thinker and he has so many ideas that I thought I'll share with you, the audience out there. So listen carefully. Doc, when we say you're a spiritualist, what does it mean?
Well, in actual fact, we are spirits. And
as in all of us, or you?
Yes, everyone. We. That is why I say we.
Okay.
So that includes everyone.
You're all spirits.
Spirits. But then we are in a zone where the energies are lower. So we say lower frequencies. But the spirit is very high frequency. See? So a spiritualist is somebody who has really polarized himself in the spirit side. Because when we involve in the lower frequency, we get so absorbed that we lower ourselves into that frequency.
Okay. Let me make sure I understand you, and my viewers understand you.
Yeah.
Basically, we are all spirits.
Yes.
But we are operating in this world,
which
is dominated by a low frequency.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
What's the frequency? What do you mean by frequency?
Yes. It means everything is vibrant, but we have different levels of vibration. Low vibration, high vibration. So it ranges from high to low. And truly speaking, everything is spirit, but when it lowers vibration, then different forms manifest. Let's give a small example. You see, something like vapor.
Vapor.
Let's say vapor is the spirit.
Okay.
When you lower its vibration, it becomes water.
Okay.
When you lower water's vibration, it becomes ice.
Okay.
So all the manifest things, they are all spirit energy.
Okay.
But they are lowered frequencies.
I'm thinking about the analogy here.
Yeah.
So at the very basic level, it's like ice.
Yeah.
But as you give it heat and you energize the spirit, it becomes
then,
vapor.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it starts boiling, it becomes vapor.
Yes.
And so that's how we are as human beings.
Yes.
We're operating in a world that has energy frequency.
Yes, exactly.
So if I'm understanding you right, those who operate on a very high frequency are the spiritual ones.
Yes.
Really?
Exactly.
You operate on a very high frequency.
Oh, really? The topic is not just about me, but about everyone.
Okay.
So I'm concerned about helping people to realize who they are. So it's not just to show who I am.
Okay.
Of course, if I haven't been on that level, I cannot also help. It's just like somebody who is asleep cannot awaken another who is also asleep, because both of them are asleep. So you can't expect any awakening.
Okay.
See,
One has to be awake.
Yes.
Before they can wake up those who are
all
sleeping.
the others, you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you suggesting that many of us are sleeping?
Really, that is true.
Really?
Yes.
We all are asleep.
Well,
Basically.
basically.
So
But
the
there
more
are
awake-
levels of awakening.
Mm-hmm.
So some are slightly, they are close to awakening, and some are deep.
Some are snoring.
No.
I see.
Yeah.
So what you do is to wake people up
Yes.
and have them
Yes.
energized.
Yes.
Wow.
Spiritually.
So just let me make it a little bit personal here. You've gotten to the point where I hear nothing angers you anymore.
Yeah.
So is this something that you learned, developed yourself, or naturally you're just a calm person?
Actually, the universe itself functions in some way that it directs purpose into things. So my basic nature, I was also calm, but of course I was like everyone, and I was a seeker right from childhood, seeking to understand everything. In school, yes, a lot I was doing seeking. So I came through the comparative religions, so many things, and finally I came to understand that it's not a question of accumulating information, knowledge, as we call it, but really it's an awakening from within. You see, so the spirit must express itself somehow. It's just like the sun. The spirit is like the sun, and we have a lot of things clouding around the spirit. When clouds are very thick, then we get darkness. See, when you remove the clouds, then the sun shines. So the spirit wants to express itself, but things like negative emotions and other things we can mention, they cloud in, they cover this, just like that.
Okay. I want to make sure I understand you.
Yeah,
That we all are spirits.
yeah,
And depending on how we sort of manage our lives,
yeah,
we either allow the negativity to crowd our spirits so we don't experience it.
yeah.
So we should in effect be thinking the positive way to open the spirits up.
Exactly.
How do you do that in a place like Ghana? You wake up, the news is all negative.
Yes.
Almost everything. And even culturally,
Yeah,
you see the kind of attention we pay to death and funerals.
yeah.
So in Ghana, are we cursed to be low in spirits just by coming from Ghana, because the negative energy is so much?
Yes.
How do we deal with it coming
Yes,
from?
yes. It has taken a long time to reach where we are. You see, little things which are clouding in on the spirit, and there is no knowledge or guidance to ward those things off. Then in the long run, it becomes so overbearing, and it makes us lose awareness of our reality. And in the process, we begin to panic, and we begin to fear, and other negative emotions set in, including sadness, anger, anxiety, and so on. And it becomes a vicious cycle, because when it comes in like that, then it's like boxing you in, and you feel more pressed, and it's like you are overwhelmed.
But how do I avoid being overwhelmed in a society like this that is naturally quite tend towards the negative. How do you overcome it? If I was your student and you were going to advise me,
Yes.
and I said, there's dog energy bonding the dogs, how would you
see,
help me to overcome it?
Good. As a spirit, you are the bedrock of power. You see, you are carrying the empowerment. You see, sometimes we say God is omnipotent. He's expressing himself through all the living beings. So you are powerful as a spirit, you see. But when you are clouded in by the negatives, it gets to a point you don't really know what is what, you see. And therefore, we call that a kind of frequency you have come to. And like attracts like. When you are on that frequency, you attract things of that same kind, and they come to you. You see, it's just like when you make an echo, you make a sound. The sound goes, and the same sound you made bounces off and comes back. So most of the things coming to us, we think those things are problems, but the problem is ourselves. Because
we are causing it.
We send it out and it's coming back to us. You see, so I turn the attention of the one who is seeking, I turn the attention to himself. And when we move off the negativity, then you cannot attract negativity. When negativity is there around you, you attract negativity. So when the negativity is coming, it's a sign that there is negativity around you or within your field of awareness.
Okay. I've heard what you're saying expressed in some way. It's a loss of attraction.
Yeah.
So basically, when your psyche is negative,
Yeah.
you attract more negativity into your life.
Exactly.
And when it's positive, you attract more positive energy
yes,
into your life.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
So in effect, you help people to understand that which is positive and how they can attract that.
Yes. First of all, I help you to sort of cleanse out those things be clouding your consciousness. Things which have, come into your field of consciousness which are not helping you. So when you get rid of them, it's automatic that good things begin to come. It's just like the television channel. The channel you have selected, you can't expect some other information. It is just the information.
The channel you have picked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when our frequency settles on a certain level, it is only those things that come to us. When you change it, things change automatically. You don't have to struggle against things, but just change your frequency and things change. You see?
Doc, isn't it easier said than done? I mean, you said it so nicely. If you want good things to happen to you, think positive. Everything will change. Visualize positivity.
Yeah.
It's so nice to say it. It's so
Yeah.
calm.
Yeah.
In real life, man.
Good.
If you say China, man, they change your thoughts. Everything
Good.
will be fine.
Good.
Is it that easy?
Very good question. Actually, I'm not a preacher.
Okay.
I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher. Okay.
So I teach you how. You see, because if I tell you, don't do this, for example, if I tell you, don't be angry, you don't have the empowerment not to be angry. You just find yourself being angry. So I teach how you can transform yourself so that anger doesn't exist. You see, let me say this. We have evolution within consciousness. And when we come to animals, there is a design of a brain that is given them. And that brain, it has things like fear, anger, the passion for mating, male, female, sleeping, eating. That is it.
This
Now,
is for animals.
for animals,
Okay.
you see. Now, when we come to humans, that we call the animal brain, we call it lower brain. It was not removed. It was there, and a higher brain was built on top. You see? So the lower brain is there.
It's still there.
It's still there, and the higher brain was built on top of it.
So we all have lower brains.
Yes.
And there's a higher brain built on top.
Yes. So it is the lower brain faculties which connect to eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and all these kind of things. But the higher brain, we are not using it much. So most of the time, it's like the animal brain that is functioning much for people. So I teach how to use the higher brain, and that fulfills your evolution because it is a purpose for which this was put there, so that it can be, we can move from the lower brain to the higher brain. So one who does it feels fulfillment. You see, in the higher brain, for example, you can see something that is not in the lower brain. Let's take the example. It is very difficult to see an animal laughing the way we laugh, smiling, laughing. They express it a bit. It's just mainly fully expressed in the higher brain. So when you are using it, you are actually showing you are evolving. You see?
So the higher you use your brain,
yeah,
the more your personal evolution.
Yes, there is expansion within your aura, and you feel very blissful and joyful, peaceful, and so on. So these are for the higher brain functions. Yeah.
That's very, very interesting. So basically, what you teach people is how they can tap into their higher brain.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Before we take a commercial break, I'm going to ask you one question. You look at us as Ghanaians, not to be judgmental, but overall, are we applying our lower brain or our higher brain as a nation?
Well, it's a world problem anyway.
It's a world problem.
Yes, anyway. And we have settled down with the lower brain. We activate it more, and the higher brain is less activated. And that is something that is a concern.
Okay, great. We're going to take a break right now, man. It says, as people generally, we are dwelling on the lower brain, and we are digging deeper and deeper into the lower brain, and we pay less attention to the higher brain. When we come back from the commercial, how do we hit the higher brain, man? How do you get people to evolve? That's where we'll take it from. So until then, stick around. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Okay, folks, look, I'm very excited to say that Vanguard Assurance is associated with the KSM Show. Two reasons. Reason number one is a world-class insurance company, and they give world-class service. That's the first reason. The second reason is their ability to customize. No matter your needs, big or small, you could be an individual, you could be a church, you could be an institution, you could be a company, anything, no matter the size. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine who came from the US, and as his retirement gift, his company gave him a gold Rolex watch. And then I think his kids or some people gave him a very high-end digital camera. And I was so surprised when he told me that he had insured them. See, that's the thing, folks. Everything of value, look for insurance. And when you're looking for insurance, the name is Vanguard. The point is they will tailor something for you specifically to meet your needs. School, churches, institutions, banks, anything. Trust me, go to Vanguard and you get the best expertise to tailor a package for you. Let me give you a number to call. And wherever you are right now, the hotline is open. Anything you need to insure, from your house to anything valuable. The hotline numbers to call are 055 662 0111 and 024 433 4407. Call these numbers and trust me, you'll understand when they say we always stand by you. The special Benetton giveaways continue. Oh man, Benetton is doing great. They're giving us gifts to give it to you free. So last week we were complaining, they said my question was too easy. So this week it's going to be a little more difficult. And the question is, we all know Kwame Nkrumah. That's the name we know. He had another name. His real name, before he became Kwame Nkrumah, real name is there. What was Nkrumah's real name? Answer that question and send it to this number, 024 766 1983. WhatsApp only, no calls accepted. Send your answers there, and the winners will be responded to in the same way. And don't forget, it's Benetton, simply better. We're back, and it's getting very, very exciting, you know. And I always say this, actually. The Saki and Shadan Koye Papa, well, he's explaining to us that most of us have decided that we're going to operate on the lower brain. So today, Doctor, you are here. How nowadays the word is fix it.
Okay.
How do we fix ourselves from operating at the lower brain to the higher? I know this takes months, you know,
Yeah.
but what are the key things to being able to control anger, to being able to be tolerant, to being able to, all these things that we need to know to evolve higher? What are things we should think about?
Yes. When we are functioning with the lower brain, there are certain centers in the body which produce what we call hormones. And they are things connected with the lower brain mostly. And they are responsible for the emotions, fear, anger, anxiety, sadness, and so on. Now, when we can balance the hormones in their functions, for example, some hormone, when it is, whenever you are angry, there is a particular hormone that is, functioning in your blood. And when it reaches your heart, you see your heart complaining, you know, and your breath will change, your natural breath. Then somebody very angry, you know, you see. So, yeah. So those hormones, we have certain techniques to really balance the hormones. You see, when you balance the hormones, then you are ready to move beyond the lower brain. But if you haven't balanced the hormones, they will call your attention all the time. Fear, anger, anxiety, this, that. So they won't allow you to use the higher brain.
I see. So the hormones obstruct you from using that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to coach people to be aware of these hormones and how they can more or less control them?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Because you're talking to me because I quite a bunyo. You move forward. Shall job or a lower brain. One way saying I'm a lower brain. Be calm, man. Listen. Express yourself. Operate on the higher brain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, I'm going to ask more questions, but I think before I get too involved, I want to ask you some of the personal. You're a married man?
Yes.
Yeah. How many children?
Three
3
children, yeah.
Okay. And who's your wife?
Oh, she's Joyce.
Joyce.
Awuajan.
Joyce Awuajan. Okay, show us some love, man. I want to bring it down to you. You and Joyce, Mutifia, Bufoba. And I said, I'm going to a higher place so you don't get angry, cry in the house.
See, actually, when you are in that state of balanced hormones and you cannot be angry, you cannot be sad, you cannot be in anxiety, and so on, it is infectious. So if you have somebody in your field constantly, it slows the person down. Yeah, it slows a person down. So somehow she is coming up. She's also coming up because
I'm getting-
the vibe
Yeah.
around me is so cool.
Okay.
It's
So-
just like when they talk of somebody like Daniel plays in the lion's den. He was so balanced.
He was
and
cool.
Cool. And the aura, when the lions try to come, then they are cooled by the vibration.
Because Daniel was so cool.
Very peaceful vibration.
Really?
So when it's like that, it is his own realization of the spirit that is making it happen so. You see? So it slows down when even the woman is angry and is in your field, she will be slowed down.
It's infectious.
Yeah, it's
basically.
infectious. Yeah. So that's how it is.
So let's. I'm going to like have a very wild dog in my house. Now you enter the house and the dog. Can you calm the dog down with your aura and say, "Charlie, cool"? And as I come on, off you, over
Let me tell you this. When sometimes two people are passing by, there is a wild dog. If the first person comes to pass, sometimes the dog will not bother. But the other one coming, the dog will say, no way. You see, what it is that the dog is sensitive to the aura of the person coming. You see, the negativity clouding in within his field, he sees it. You see, some of the animals, they are sensitive to these things. And because of that, it says, no way, no way, no way.
Wow.
Even when you go to the hinterland in the villages, the ancient time, the hunters will always talk about this. That if you do something bad and you are guilty, you feel guilty conscious from home and you go to hunt, wild animals, immediately they see you, they just,
Pounce on you.
they pounce on
Yeah.
you see. But if you are well balanced and you are a hunter, you get into the bush, some of the wild animals, it sees you, you haven't seen it, and it will just watch you pass by.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
it will watch you. Lions, sometimes they see humans, you pass and they don't bother. But if you are somebody carrying negativity, it will just like to do something to
Well,
you.
I have a friend, a particular friend, and
Yeah.
I hope he's not watching. No matter, my dog has, after a day or two, we become friends with you.
Yeah.
But this one friend of mine, dear,
He said,
he's
no
been
way.
coming every time. So I should be careful of that guy. You never know. The dog is telling me something. Well,
But it could be also that what is in his field is not directed against you, but something is in his field
okay.
that the dog
The dog is sensing something.
senses.
Mm,
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
You say you have 3 kids?
3 kids.
Oh, okay. And they are in school, and
Yes.
what are their names?
Prince Jan.
Who's Dan?
Then I have Johnson Jan,
Okay.
and then Joanna Jan.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Show them some love, man. And before he leaves here, he's going to show us just a few exercises that will help us, especially, Ghana. Stress. Everybody's stressed out, man. So take us through 1 or 2 steps of how we can deal with stress before we let him go. So stick around. When we come back, we shall watch him doing some exercises that show us how to fight stress. We'll be right back. I'm very excited to say that Vanguard Assurance is associated with the KSM Show. 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is a world-class insurance company, and they give world-class service. That's the first reason. The second reason is their ability to customize. No matter your needs, big or small, you could be an individual, you could be a church, you could be an institution, you could be a company. anything, no matter the size. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine who came from the US, and as his retirement gift, his company gave him a gold Rolex watch. And then I think his kids or some people gave him a very high-end digital camera. And I was so surprised when he told me that he had insured them. See, that's the thing, folks. Everything of value, look for insurance. And when you're looking for insurance, the name is Vanguard. The point is they will tailor something for you specifically to meet your needs. School, churches, institutions, banks, anything. Trust me, go to Vanguard and you get the best expertise to tailor a package for you. Let me give you a number to call. And wherever you are right now, the hotline is open. Anything you need to insure, from your house to anything valuable. The hotline numbers to call are 055 662 0111 and 024 433 4407. Call these numbers and trust me, you'll understand when they say we always stand by you. Yes, we're back, and it's now time to go through some exercises to help us to de-stress. So, Doc, please walk us through some of these exercises that help us to de-stress.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to show you a few examples, but the understanding is that when you see children, they can't sit at one place, they're always moving, and it is purposeful of nature so that they can burn the toxic, because as they eat anything they get, they need to burn it. So we need to let metabolism move on, and then it will help. When you are toxic free, then you are ready to balance the hormones. If you are not toxic free, you can't balance the hormones. Okay. Yeah. So normally I take people through that kind of detoxing. Now,
so this is helping us to detox?
Yeah, it will help the detoxing, and then from there we go to the level where we balance the hormones and so on. Okay. There are a lot more to learn, but I will only show a few things.
Okay, okay.
Because one thing different from aerobics is that everything is done rhythmically, and I mean, you should be peaceful in your mind, and then you do the exercises. So we have warm-ups, and then from the warm-ups we get to postures, but we can't do postures now. I'm just showing you a few warm-ups, and you can begin with that. It's very good. So the kind of exercise I'm showing you, it will handle your alimentary canal, that is where the digestion has to go, and then the kidneys and the liver, they all get activated in the process so that they can do their work very well. You see, that is it. So you just stand this way, and then, but watch out, you have to breathe in deep all the time. When you do the exercise, then you breathe out. So watch how I do it. I took the breath from here and I release it here. Then I have to balance it. I will take it from here and release it here.
So what's the benefit of this particular exercise?
Yes, practically all the lower organs activated. You see, the alimentary canal, that means the stomach, the intestines, large and small, then the liver, then the kidneys, they are all put into activation.
Okay. Quick
And,
question.
yeah.
You're nice and trim, you know. You look like fit. What if you're talking to somebody who has a huge pot belly and that's a little bit of a weight issue?
Yeah.
How do they do this? Do
Yes,
they have
when I'm teaching, within a short time the person will come down because it goes side by side with lifestyle changes like yeah, like diets and other things.
Okay.
And there is where to start from, and then very soon one can do it.
Okay.
It's not that difficult.
Okay.
You see.
Okay.
So let me do some. The next thing I want to teach you is teach the public is that the neck is like a bridge between the lower and the higher.
The neck.
Yeah, the neck is like a bridge between the lower and the higher. And most people, their necks are stiff. So it's not doing the function well because it transmits not only blood circulating, but we have certain energies. They come from the higher and they descend through the body and it gives you healing. Therefore, you have to let the neck function very well. Otherwise, it blocks a whole lot. You see, higher frequency comes through the head region and it descends.
Okay.
But most people, their necks are so stiff that things don't flow.
And
so you exercise, you have to exercise the neck, you see. So when you do that, always stand at ease. Otherwise, you fall. That is one thing.
Great. Is there more? That's it?
Now, there are more things, but
because of time. Okay.
you have to do a lot of exercises. And you see, one important thing is that, you see, there is gravity, which is pulling everything that goes up, it brings it down. So a lot of blood goes down to our feet during the daytime. When you are always sitting, the blood is going down, 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 more than into the brain. So sometimes the exercise you do, you block the blood flow to the lower. You block it. Then the blood will be going up to the brain. That is why the ancient people, they used to sit in a position where they block. For example, you block here, then you block here, then circulation down here is blocked. And the circulation goes into the brain and it activates the brain. This is the reason they sit like that. But people don't know. So they think it's some kind of strange sitting.
But you are flexible. I can't sit like this.
No, it's, no, it's training.
It's training?
Yeah.
I have to register with you.
1 week, I can let you
1
know.
week?
Yes.
My register did that. Wow. Wow.
That's it.
So you sit like this, so like, is it a daily thing? Do you do this every day? Or?
When you get used to it, it's just like when you are sitting on a chair.
Really?
Yeah. And you achieve so much concentration because the brain is nourished by a lot of blood.
Wow.
Yeah. And other energies, they all turn into the head region. And the higher brain can be activated through some of these things, you see. And it goes along with certain breathing techniques. which time will not allow.
That will not allow. Show you some love, man. In the meantime, let me give you a few important numbers. 024 286 0012. That's the personal number. And the office line is 055 059 0054. So you have the personal number and you have the office number. Give them a call right now. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. You cannot take your seat here again.
Okay.
Wow. Show some love one more time. Oh, this is fantastic.
Wow.
So people can call you and come and... Where are you located?
Ajin Kotoku.
Ajin
Kotoku.
Ajin Koto.
Kotoku.
Okay.
Yeah. That is from Achimota heading towards Nsawam.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to a place called Media.
I know Media.
Then Kotoku is just...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have like you have training classes and things that go on there?
Yeah, actually there's registration going on.
Okay.
And I want to reach out to the public.
Okay.
So, because I know a lot of people are yearning. It's like they don't know what is going on. They're confused. But I want to bring that kind of, excuse me to use the word, sanity.
Sanity. We all need it. Charlie, we are all under so much stress.
Yeah.
And there's so much negative energy.
Yeah.
That one is not your fault, it's not my fault. It's just us, you know. So I'm glad that Dr. Baffour John is here and he's saying that, please, come, register, take lessons. And at the end of the day, you'll be developing yourself into the higher spiritual state, which we should all be in. So, Doc, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure having you.
Wonderful.
And I'm sure I'm going to bring you back because there are so many things we didn't get into.
Nah.
But I like this one
Okay.
because this is the vital, basic things that people need to know.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm
Okay.
very, very, very grateful that you're able to come along.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, folks, and that's it for today. And every morning, try these exercises. Me, I'm going to go there and register. I met me at Tesla. I'll cross my legs up. But when I do it too, I come and sit down here and prove it to you that
That's
go
right.
some. You can do it. It
That's
can
right.
happen.
That's right.
So in the meantime, in between time, guess what, folks? We are out of here.
The KSM Show.